They are passionate about their hobby, but they have nowhere to go with it. People who fly remote-controlled helicopters aren't legally allowed to fly their machines in local parks. As Kevin Fleming tells us, they want the city to find a space for their hobby.
The Calgary RC Heli Club meets twice a month over the winter, but instead of flying outside, they move indoors to a gymnasium at the Calgary Christian High School. Darwin Johnson joined the club almost 3 years ago. He says when the group is inside, they're restricted to the size of helicopter they can pilot because it's just not big enough to handle the larger aircraft. Johnson says many of the club members invest a lot of time in their hobby, and most build their own helicopters.
I think I like to build them. I've got a few at home all sitting in pieces, and I love putting them together. I like to fly it. I like to get better, you know, because it's what some of these guys can do with these things is rather impressive.
The club will soon move outside. The problem is they can't fly anywhere they want. City bylaws prevent that. Members have privileges at 2 fields dedicated for remote control airplanes, but the club is looking for its own space.
There's I don't know how many off-leash dog parks here and how many places for soccer. You think that they could spare us 1 field, right, that they could let us use and make it exclusive just to us.
I've only heard that on the bigger blades, well, not the smaller ones.
Dino Zuzik says there are currently 30 members in the club, and the hobby is gaining in popularity. He says if people don't have a safe place to fly, they'll likely do it anywhere.
What ends up happening is the RC community becomes almost like an underground thing where people end up flying at fields and just kind of hope they don't get caught.
Zuzik and the rest of the club hope the city makes a decision on a space for them to safely fly outside soon. Kevin Fleming, CTV News, Calgary.
We contacted the city's Parks Department. It says it receives many requests for land from different clubs and groups. It says it's reviewing the request by the Calgary RC Heli Club.